INVERSUS is a negative space arcade shooter created by Hypersect for 1 to 4 players. The game offers 2 modes for you to play: Versus, which pits 2 or 4 players against each other in a 1v1 or 2v2 scenario, while Arcade allows for 1 or 2 players to fight endless waves of enemies to scale the leaderboard. So, what is a negative space shooter? Well, as you can see, there are black and white squares on a level. If the ground is white, you can move on it if you're black. Likewise, white can move on black tiles. The goal of the game is to kill your enemies, and while doing this, each bullet you shoot leaves a trail of the tiles you can move on until it either hits a wall or enemy. It inverts the floor. Hence the title INVERSUS, since the main draw of the game is versus. Because who doesn't love playing with their imaginary friends? Arcade mode offers 6 different maps to play on, each having their own pros and cons. Some appear to be larger than they actually are because they repeat, but it gives the level a cool effect. The levels that don't have edges also make use of infinite bullet loops until they hit an enemy, which leads to different strategies for killing and building combos. As you can see, enemies explode when they die. If they're close enough to another enemy, it'll cause a chain reaction. A circle of enemies closing in on you? No worries, assuming it's dense enough to kill them all with a single shot. Otherwise, you better be quick with your right hand. The shooting mechanic is simple enough. You can shoot in 4 cardinal directions, which correspond with the 4 buttons on the right half of the controller. But you don't have unlimited ammunition, at least not in the essence of the always be shooting strategy. The little dots that can be seen in the black square are the bullets you have to use. Killing an enemy and picking up the red dots will replenish the ammo as well as give a much faster bullet. Speaking of bullets, you may have noticed that the red enemies aren't all that you'll be up against. There are also white blocks that blend in with the tiles you can move on, aside from the black dots that, shoot at you. They even utilize charge shots, which shoot 3 bullets at once, 1 down the main lane they are aiming down, as well as the 2 adjacent lanes. This is handy for shooting around cover and serves as a decent strategy in Versus as well as arcade for players. The main audience for this is the lovers of the leaderboard, that and as a party game with the Versus mode. As you go up against the upside down, "Hey, he referenced that really popular Netflix show, he must think he's so cool," in INVERSUS, understand that while there isn't a whole lot of content at a glance, each level is truly generated by the players. Each shot will differ the way a level is played from the last time, unless you take the time to painstakingly recreate the way you played already. We're rating this a buy, with its slick style and mechanics, tight controls, and fun music. There isn't much to dislike about this game, especially if you're not going it alone. INVERSUS was developed and published by Hypersect. The game launched on PC and PS4 August 16, 2016 for $14.99 USD. The game was provided to us for a review on PS4. If you'd like to see more of INVERSUS, check out the official site at www.inversusgame.com. For more game coverage in both written and spoken word, keep your fist full of potions.